Hi, this is Apostle Dr. Jewel Williams here with our marriage moment, and we're still doing our Q&A. So I have a question. The question I get is, how do you handle co-parenting? And this is even when you are no longer together. So this is a very interesting question. Let me read a piece of scripture, Deuteronomy 6, 6 and 7. I read in the NIV, and it says, "These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts." That's the first thing. Raising your children should be a heart matter. It says, impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. So for those that are still in marriage, because it's actually about co-parenting, I'm going to address it from both perspectives. When you are parenting, you have to make sure that the things that you are teaching your children is what you two have agreed upon in your heart. What is the heart matter? Is church attendance? Is certain kind of corporal punishment? Are you going to spank your child or not? What have you agreed to do together? That's got to be the first thing. You must be in agreement on what it is that you're going to use as the guidelines for your children. Why that's important is so your one children can't go to the daddy and get something because mama said no. We used to drive our kids crazy because they would ask me something. You know what I would instantly say? What your father say? I know it drove them crazy, but there was a method to that. The method was, I'm not gonna give you a yes where he already gave you a no, and vice versa. So we're already in agreement. It's a heart matter. We're already in agreement on what we're going to do. At the same time, those guidelines, those rules, those things that you have agreed upon as a couple and as a family now needs to be what you impress upon your children. So if being honest and integral is important to you, it just can't be what you tell your children. In other words, it's got to be what you are living out, because unfortunately you can tell your children the right thing, but they're gonna do what they see you doing. So it's got to be a hard matter, number one, and then you impress it to your children. But I love this, is talk with them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Now, how do you do that if you're not together, right? Because together, that means your household it's a part of your everyday routine. Who you are. Parenting should be a part of your everyday routine. And it shouldn't be all on mama or all on daddy. This should be something that we co-parent. That's the co-part. We're doing it together. So there's going to be times, I'm still talking to the married couple that are still together. So you're going to talk about what it means to be a child of God, what it means to be part of a child in this family. We're going to talk about that when we sit at home, when we're going wherever we are. So every day, in every possible way, we're going to give you living examples of what we expect from our household. Now, how do you do this if you're not together? Well, what I would want to say to anybody, and I hope you hear me clearly, you can't be an absent mom or an absent dad. And I don't mean you have to still live in the same house. You could not live together. But the things you do, they must be in agreement with each other. And you got to fight to make sure that you're not absent from your child's life. Whether that, even if you're not living in the same state, that means, what kind of calls are you doing? Are you making visits to come see the child, not to just visit everybody else and then visit the child, by the way? I'm talking about an intentional come, visit your child, intentional time that you're making, that your child knows that they have that they have your heart. That's what it says. Talk with them when you sit at home. So that means they need to visit with you and you need to visit with them. When you walk alone, that means you got to be going somewhere with you, vacation, whatever, events at their school. And when you lie down and when you get up, sometimes, even again, if you're not in the same house, is your child coming to spend time with you? Are you spending time with your child? So how you co-parent? You both have to be in agreement on what's important and what's vital for your child to understand. So even if mommy and daddy are not together, mommy and daddy are still in agreement on what's important for your life. And then it has to be a heart matter. So you can't teach your child what you're not living. You got to live this thing out. If you want your child to have integrity, it's got to be a matter of your heart. And then you can impress it upon your child because you're talking about it with them. You're living it out. You're sitting down so they can ask questions. You are active. So I hope that helps. Keep the questions coming because it makes a difference. I had one of my daughters recently get married, and it blessed me because she sent me a note and said, Mom, I understand now why you and Dad talked and did some of the things. It didn't always make sense as a kid, but I get it now. And guess what she did, said that blessed me. I want to do the same for my children. God bless you.